Hello, my fellow crafters. This is Heather with CraftableAddiction.com. In this video, I'm going to share with you a lovely crochet pattern I made for my daughter. We live in Wisconsin, and with the winter months right around the corner, ear warmers and scarves are must-have items in our household. It's a very simple and easy pattern. I made this with a size I9 5.5 millimeter crochet hook with 1 7-ounce skein of Red Heart Super Saver yarn in the color Aran, and I had just a little bit of yarn left over. Let's get started. We'll start with the instructions for making the scarf. For the scarf, we will start by making a foundation chain of 25. This pattern consists of a very basic repeat using a small bean stitch. I've also seen it called an Elizabeth stitch. I personally think of it as a small bean stitch, so that's what I'll be calling it in this video. Once you have your foundation chain of 25, we will insert our hook into the third chain from the hook. Yarn over and pull through a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook into the same chain. Yarn over again and pull through a loop. You will have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook. And this is the small bean stitch repeat. Next, chain 1. Skip 1 chain and we will again make a small bean stitch into the next chain. Insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, and pull through a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook into the same chain. Yarn over again and pull through a loop. You will have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook. And this will be our repeat for row 1. Bean stitch, chain 1. Go ahead and repeat this across until you reach the last 2 chains. To finish row 1, we will make 1 more bean stitch into the last chain. To start row 2, chain 2 and turn. Now, we're going to make our first bean stitch into the bean stitch of the previous row. This can be a little tricky to locate at first. If you look between your bean stitches, you'll notice that your stitches create what looks similar to an X shape. You'll want to insert your hook into the side of the X that is closest to your hook. Again, to make the bean stitch, we will insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, and pull through a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook into the same chain, yarn over again, and pull through a loop. You will have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook, and chain 1. Make another bean stitch into the next bean stitch. Again, this will be the side of the X that is closest to your hook. Insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, and pull through a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook into the same chain, yarn over again, and pull through a loop. You will have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook. This will be your repeat for row 2. Chain 1, bean stitch into the next bean stitch, all the way across to the last bean stitch. And row 2 will be your repeat row for the rest of this pattern. So just repeat row 2 until you reach the length you'd like to make this scarf. I made my scarf a total length of 46 inches. Go ahead and repeat row 2 until you've made your scarf the length that you'd like it, and I'll meet back with you when you're done to add the fringe to the scarf. To add fringe to this scarf, you'll need a total of 48 strings of yarn. I cut mine at 7 inches of length. Insert your hook into the bean stitches at the end of your work. Fold 2 strands of yarn in half and pull the looped end through the bean stitch. Insert the yarn tails through the loop and pull tight. This is called a lark's head knot. Repeat this for each bean stitch at each end of your scarf. To make the ear warmer, we will be following the same stitch pattern that we used for the scarf with these simple changes. For an adult size ear warmer, start with a foundation chain of 15. For a child or toddler size ear warmer, start with a foundation chain of 11. And simply follow the same pattern instructions earlier in this video for the scarf. To determine how long to make your ear warmer, follow the chart shown, and whichever size you'd like to make this in, simply subtract 4 inches from that number, and that's how long you will make the ear warmer. So for example, if you want to make this in an adult size medium, subtract 4 from 22. That will be 18. You will repeat row 2 until you reach a length of 18 inches. Once you're done, I will show you how to attach the sides of the ear warmer together. To attach the sides of the ear warmer together, we will turn our work. And then hold the top and bottom of the work together. Working through both the top and bottom of our work, we will slip stitch into each bean stitch all the way across. Once done, fasten off and weave in your ends. Finally, we're going to cinch the slip stitch attachment row. This will hide the attachment row, but also looks really cute when worn at the front, or makes for a little more room at the back of your head if you have longer hair. To cinch the attachment row, we will cut a piece of yarn about 12 inches in length. Thread this piece of yarn onto a yarn or tapestry needle. Thread the needle through the side of the attachment row, the middle section, and the opposite side of the attachment row. Pull the yarn through, leaving an even length at each end. Turn the ear warmer so that the back of the attachment row is facing you. Tie the ends of the yarn together tightly into several knots. Weave in your ends and trim the remaining yarn tails. And that's it! You have a beautiful crochet ear warmer and winter scarf set. If you have any questions about this pattern, I highly recommend that you visit my blog post for this pattern. Again, that link is down below in the description. If you still have questions, feel free to comment down below and I will do my very best to help you along. Thanks so much for crafting with me. I'll see you next time.